The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 1250, NASDAQ up 163, S&P's up 122. Gold down $83, getting smacked 1868. Silver's down $1.46, $24.18 an ounce. Light sweet crude up $3.88, $41.02 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year right now down 27 ticks, 137.22. The 30-year, folks, off 2 points plus 21 ticks at 170.21. Monster move there. King Dollar's up 257 ticks, trading 92.488. You get some big divergence out here, meaning with the aspect that gold getting smoked and King Dollar's only up 282 ticks, which is nothing. Euro is at 118. The yen is out here trading at 105.24, and the British pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Ride 'em, cowboy, Tom.
It's pretty fascinating that we got a new president over the weekend and no one's talking about this morning, man, because it ain't the story of the morning.
No, there's no doubt.
Pretty remarkable.
The bottom line, folks, if you were in front of a machine out here this morning, it was pretty wild what you have happening. Okay, 7:15. I believe it was 7:15.
It was. Or was it 7:15?
No, it was 7:15. I was selling this thing by 7 o'clock.
Yep. I said the same thing. I was following the markets on my phone this morning, doing a lot, taking a look, watching the news. And then I sat down at my computer at literally about 7 a.m. to begin, and I pull up my desktop, and I said, hold on a second. Was I looking at old data on my phone? Because it was just 5 minutes from my phone to my desktop in the markets now. And nope, it happened all that quick.
No doubt. Now, let's get over and take a look at this, folks, because you have a few different things happening. If you listened to, basically TFNN last week, bottom line, Dave White in particular was talking about a three-gap play. And what a three-gap play, folks, is that these are pretty cool. Now, a way a three-gap play works, right, is that you get three gaps. Then most of the time what ends up happening, you give it up in spades. And you go back to the beginning of the three gaps, okay? This is how insane this is, folks, right? And then you take off and you go right back to where the gaps actually started. Meaning, so if that's what is going to come down here, what you're going to end up seeing is that you'll get a failure. You'll come all the way back to where we started from on the 2nd of November, and then you take off again in where the gaps actually went, which would be topside. So this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, man. There's no doubt. Gold. Let's go take a look at the gold contract. So we got with the gold contract, and here's this monster divergence here, and I really like it when there's this much divergence because guess what? They're smoking it in a monster way, no doubt. 331,000 contracts. We'll see whether it can reach the swing point. The swing point's 1851. You hit 1856 thus far. If we go over to the GDX, what I expect you're going to see with all the equities is that you're going to back in and you have no sellers. And that's what we got thus far, man. That's, you're down 273. Bottom line, this swing point in the GDX, though, is down to $36, and we're at 38.70 right now. So it is going to be quite a deal. I heard, the airlines, they really went up, right? That would make sense.
Yeah, and it's, we knew that this news, I said to you at one point last week, right, we're coming to the area where we're going to get an announcement, and I said in the next 2 months, really, by the end of the year, but that we were going to get an announcement, and really it had to do with, is it good or is it bad, right? We're going to start finding out, and it almost can't be any better news, man, which is just remarkable in terms of the effectiveness of that vaccine. They're still going forward with the trial. It's not done yet, but, man, it's like, part of all this, the mentality, it's like fatigue, right? And then you say, geez, what if this is life forever, right? What if this is? Because that's what people say. There's no guarantees, right? What if it's a seasonal thing? They can't quite. Maybe the vaccine isn't as strong as you need it to be. Geez, for the first time this morning, I said, you know what? we're going to kick this thing, man. We're going to kick it. We're going to kick it like the next 6 to 9 months probably if this thing is as good as it will be. So,
and what you do have is that even Pfizer themselves, folks, they were only looking for 60 to 70%. Okay,
yes.
so it's a big number, man. I mean,
it's
there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Let's go take a look at now what you do have out here. And this is what's been really wild, folks, right from the beginning of the expansion topside, is that the divergence inside the NDX 100 versus the market is spectacular. It's like, you got to be kidding me, man. The NDX went up there like everything else, folks, and then just came barreling down, comes all the way back topside again. But the bottom line is that all these lows that are established inside the NDX 100 have volume. So that's telling me that what you're going to see out here is that the NDX 100 more than likely is going to finish in the red. It's wild, man. I mean, it really is wild. Tommy, let me ask you. Let me just see this. I heard when you're on, like it looked like the Dow could have. Oh, it did. It made it up that far. Look at that.
That's what I said at 9 o'clock. Who's the guy or girl who bought Dow 30,000? Well, that's quite an accolade, but it's you're paying the price for it this morning.
Yeah. So
somebody bought it at 30,000, man.
That's right. Well, that would have been probably, I guess, the future, right? It would have to.
Yes, it was at 845.
Yeah, right. So because we printed 21,933. If we go inside the Dow, let's go inside the Dow now and take a look at this.
It's just crazy that the futures actually hit it literally to the point, and that was it.
Did they hit it right to the point?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, literally to the point.
That's awesome, man. That's a Basil Chapman even.
I was just going to say, get ready for Basil. There's 30,000. That's the high on the Dow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Boeing's putting 125 positive points. American Express 118. Disney 105. Only stock that's down is Home Depot, putting negative 37 points in. If we go into the NDX 100, the leaders out here, Expedia, look at this thing, up 23%. Alta's Salons up 22. Bookings.com 16. Marriott 15. Taken away from it. Oh, let's see what Bio. Okay, so Biogen, bottom line came back that $100. Zoom's down $79. That's down 15.5%. Oh man, there's a lot of good trading out here, folks. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Intraday. Be very careful what you're doing overnight these days, okay? But intraday, there's some real action out here. And if we do go look at Biogen, you're going to see for biotech traders, this had to be one of the most bizarre things ever, because you had a panel from the FDA come out basically, looking on, what day was that, on the 4th, saying that, hey, things are pretty good. And then you had the FDA itself come out the next day saying, nope. Because there's two different deals that happens with the FDA, folks. But, when I was reading this thing over, it said that we haven't had a divergence like that inside of that the panel says one thing and the FDA says a whole totally different ballgame. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 1,200, Nasdaq's up 156, S&Ps are up $113. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 1242. You get the Nasdaq up 195. S&Ps are up $120. Let's go take a look at Canopy Growth. So look at this, baby. This was an ABC up. Bottom line is that it fulfilled it. Now, and this is something that if you want to see how these can get tricky, and this ended up being a complex one, folks, because it came right back underneath the B point again. Did it with lighter volume and then just took off topside. But this baby got to 26.95 today. I think the ABC up wasn't even that big. It was, 20.44. Well, yeah, it was good. Approximately 5.5 points, which gets you 23.30 or something. That's a big number, though, man. And now, if we take a look at this on a weekly, yeah, what you're going to see is that on a weekly, it just overtook, coming all the way back to August of 2019. So bottom line is that, because this came down so quick, when they went south in May of 2019, bottom line is that when you launch a consolidation like that, man, this thing can go back topside like $39 without, a big push, man. So.
Quite an acceleration for that equity, man, and they did. They had strong numbers. I mean, I was just trying to find, the core kind of what they have. Some of the headlines out there. They had second quarter revenue of 135 million Canadian. Market was looking for 118, and that was from 76 a year ago.
Yeah, so let's look at this. So you got,
on top of just the growth prospects of maybe decriminalization and all that stuff, an actual pretty strong quarter this morning for them with everything else. Yeah, there you go.
And so watch this, folks. This is what's so extraordinary about this. So see the loss per share? They were expecting $1.08 Canadian. They got 9 cents.
Yeah.
Now, the pot companies are not like normal companies because there's an IRS rule, I think it's 205 or something, okay? And what that means is that they cannot write off operational expenses, okay? So what that means specifically, okay, every company, okay, you take money and you bring it in, right? Let's say you take, $100 in, but if it costs you $40 to make the $100, of course, you have it legal, well, you can write off the $40. Well, companies cannot write off the $40. So to get to the point that they're even almost making money is extraordinary, because if, in fact, if or when the law changes and they can write off, they'd be making money hand over fist because of the fact.
Sure.
I mean, because it's almost unheard of that even when I'm saying it, that what are you talking about? You're in business and you can't write off your rent, you can't write off your payrolls, you can't. That's the bottom line.
They're not very kind to write-offs for drug dealers. That's like you know, right? I mean, that's the reasoning behind it, at least. But yeah, as you said, that'll change at some point as the legislation
Think
takes
about
hold.
that when it changes, though. That immediately the amount of money that they can actually make will be extraordinary.
There's some weird tax. It makes me think of completely different, but poker across the globe. There are some countries, and they're escaping my mind right now, for poker players that you can't deduct your losses. So you basically can't be a professional poker player because you lose $50 one day, you make $50 the next day. The government says, "Give us our take of that $50 you made today." So all these industries, there are vices, right? That are gambling, booze, drugs. Sometimes you got to get over those humps for sure.
No, there's no doubt. It's pretty wild. Let's go take a look at the S&Ps. So, the divergence was pretty amazing in between the NDX 100 and the S&Ps. That being said, we got up to 36.68, and not that 40 points is a lot in a day like today. What you do have out here though is let's see, right there. That's going to be close. We'll see whether I can get back down there, but this is going to be a close call coming as we move through the day out here. And as you said, the bottom line, everything is about, STZ. Let's see that. The STZ must have got some action too, right? Let's see. Constellation Brands.
With the market, really, I think, though, because selling booze, right? Man, can you imagine the parties we're going to be having, man? But, in serious, there's going to be some good parties.
Certainly, it's up $12 now, and it was up as high as $206.
That's it.
So it's up, $20?
Exactly. It was up more than 10% around the open, man. And bars, concert venues, traveling for all that stuff, the whole world.
Yeah. And this is where you can see, folks, that the markets just keep moving on, man. Oh, my God. What a day. This is,
Isaiah, a day like none other, man. You could say that over and over, but we literally had a president-elect declared over the weekend, and no one's talking about it because it's not the most important thing this morning because the election dragged out last week. We all had a pretty good idea, and then bam, we get news that in the world we're living in, man, 90% effective. It's encouraging news for humanity. Period.
There's no doubt. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here in this market, and I suspect we're going to have volume out here today. What's interesting? Pfizer's only up $2.24, man. That's not only up 5%.
Now, here's what I don't know enough about is, are they going to make money off of this, or how that plays out, or how much money, or how that works?
Right.
Pfizer. And people are going to take this political, man. But it was one of the only vaccines that was not a part of the Warp Speed program under President Trump. Now, they took no money for research and development. They did take money for the manufacturing and development of the vaccine once it comes. That was whole getting ahead of it.
Okay.
So I don't know, and I believe that because they're taking almost $2 billion for the manufacturing of it, then Americans are going to get it for free. There's a lot that goes into that when you talk about healthcare, right? I don't think any company wants to be seen monetizing saving humanity. So I don't know. I'm just throwing it because I've been thinking about the same thing. Even when I pulled it up pre-market, I said, "Oh, it's only up to 42. You're at 37." I thought saving the world might have had a bigger payday to it. Jokingly, but seriously, Well,
listen, it's pretty strange when you can get Carnival up 20%, and there's no doubt. Norwegian Cruise Line, same thing, up 20%.
Sure.
United, what's up? That's 15%.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah. So
because, like I said, there was always that tail risk that, and there still is, that we really struggle to get rid of this even once vaccines become, right? If you're dealing with 50-60% effective rate, then you have to take it every 2 months, and then people still have to be careful because it's not quite that effective. Versus now, man, you got 2 doses and then it's 90%. I mean, Duffy and the Den was saying that's pretty much the measles, because once you reach that type of effectiveness, if you have, it's kind of a herd immunity type deal, right? It's like everybody doesn't have to have 100% effectiveness. If we have 90% effectiveness and we're careful, we eradicate this thing, at least in, hey.
Yeah, now the next thing is going to be who takes it, who doesn't take it,
I
the
agree.
controversies.
We still got months to go.
Yeah.
They're talking about, so we just saved $2.5 trillion. Folks, this is going to be 3 to 6 months before there's any real impact of mass production. So businesses still paying the price for the foreseeable future.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up at 1233. You get the Nasdaq up 191. S&P's up 117. And just look at this bond market, folks. This is pretty intense. So we look at the 10-year first. The 10-year's down a point. That's going to run that. Look at this thing. It's blowing downtown the monster way. It's
We got to jump to the banks next because it is wild. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so you get the 10-year yield in 0.95, folks.
Okay.
Last 90 days, the low's 0.57, the high's 0.95.
A double banger if you got the lows there almost.
Yeah.
In terms of 0.5% to a full percent. I mean, Bank of America's up 10% today, and JP Morgan's up like 10% today, man. Not often do you have banks up double digits.
No. And look at the 30-year. So here, let me give you some numbers here, because once this break, it was a decisive break last week. That's the bottom line. It went topside, failed, went right back down on your weekly, and when you're going to look here, this is a continuous contract, folks. But what this opens up going right back to the breakout area from February, which would be 165.22 on the 30, and we're at 170.09. And if you take a look at the 10-year, that one, wrong one, I hit the wrong one. TY. What you're going to see in the 10-year, this is pretty intense, man. There's no doubt. We take a look at the 10-year, and we put this up. Whoops, not that. TY1. Come on. Active. Generic. Commodity. This should be it. You're going to see these are big numbers, man. Percentage-wise, they're just monster numbers. On the 10-year, this is scary, actually. It's like 132, and we're at 137. I mean, because you're breaking this whole consolidation. Well, actually, 137.04 on the 10 years next. That's, we've been in this consolidation going all the way over from March of this year. So you get some real movement, man. And, the bottom line is that what you can see out here is that the VIX is right. I mean, the bottom line, the VIX is at 23 right now. Has been high for a long period of time, but this isn't over, man. Meaning, we got the VIX came back dramatically. That being said, guess what? The volatility can go both ways, and we certainly got it topside today.
Yes, we certainly did, man. It'd be interesting to see. It's tough to imagine rapid selling, of course, because it's such encouraging news for the economy.
Right.
But in the same respect, talking about this morning, you put the S&P on a daily, man, and you're approaching levels where, prior to COVID in February, we're trading at 3,400. You started the year off at 3236. We're approaching more than 10% positive for the year. I mean, we're approaching 200 points even right now where we are, and the S&P is above February highs. Maybe getting a little frothy, man, even if life resumes to normal, right? It's like we're still 10 million jobs under where we were in February.
And this is
just
where
kind of like throw, It
is. This is where the market's so deviant, man. I mean, it's like, first off, how did you get up here? And so picture this, folks, okay? If you're just starting in the markets, whether it's a couple years, 5 years, whatever, this is where the market can be so deviant that you get good news and you think that, okay, we're already up here. Why would we give anything back? We should just keep going higher. But that's where I suspect, whether it's 50 years ago, 100 years ago, when that whole saying is like, sell the news. It's like,
Sure.
Yeah, it's bizarre. There's no doubt, there's no doubt. And you can see what is intriguing here when you're looking at the futures, both the S&P and the NASDAQ, is that the NASDAQ basically is kind of hanging. We're 172 up, which is good for the NASDAQ, particularly good compared to where we were this morning when the E-minis were up 150 and 160. And the NASDAQ couldn't handle it, And as I said earlier, I don't think the NASDAQ's going to handle it at all anyway. But, we'll see where that shakes out. The dollar's got another couple hundred ticks up there. And then let's go look at Home Depot. So Home Depot, this would be the other side of this, okay? The Home Depot is the only stock that's down. And guess what? That's nothing. That's already rejected 274 or 279.
And it's interesting that those stocks, I say Home Depot and Lowe's is down today as well, they were not down coming into the market open. And I was actually surprised. I'm jumping around all these stocks this morning and saying, how's this doing, right? How is this reacting to the potential news of a vaccine that is magnificently effective? And you had Home Depot actually spiking almost 300 pre-market, man. You had Lowe's spiking to 173 on the news and then selling off to 158. So, we saw it when COVID hit, man. It takes time for people to figure things out. Market opens, then the participants start buying and selling. But I was intrigued to see some of these stocks that they had not sold off, like the Lowe's, like the Home Depots, if you really think people aren't going to be spending as much time at home, which they won't, at least for the foreseeable future, once we get over this thing.
And as you were just talking there, Tom, they just took off another 25 points in the S&Ps. Look at this. This is crazy, man. Oh, man. Now you're up. Okay, so this is going to go after. Let me pull this here so you can see this closer. Okay, so this is going to go after. We might have an ABC structure down on the S&P, man. This is going to be wild. If we do, okay, so we're going to need 71,000 contracts at 3605. Okay, so live time, folks. Okay, we're going to see where this is going to shake out today. If this thing ever gives the whole thing up, it'd be a classic. I mean, my take is that it's going to, but still, folks, you can have your technicals in place. You can have how you think, and I'm playing the three-gap play here more than anything because you've had the contraction. But when it happens, it's even more bizarre, man. That's the bottom line. There's no doubt. Copper. So check this out in the copper market, folks. Bottom line, copper's up 2 pennies. Now, that's a monster number in the context that gold is down so dramatically. And that's what I actually like about the divergence that we have out here. That is very unusual that you'd have the base metal up. And with that saying is that, guess what? China is on its way. They're still buying out there, and they're building, So bottom line is that's what's putting pressure inside of that copper market. And then if you go, what is it? You can see FCX, that baby keeps going. Yeah, I mean, it gave up a price. We went to 21.29. You're at 19.95. Bottom line is that you're still getting higher highs out there. And, bottom line is that they're getting stuff out of the ground. Dow Industrials right now up 1130. You got the Nasdaq up 145. S&Ps are up 104. Gold's down $90. Silver's off $1.50. King Dollar's up 527 ticks. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com. Educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 1152. Nasdaq's up 152. S&Ps are up 108. Let's go to Max in Houston. Hey, Max, what's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. What a morning, huh?
Yeah, it's a
Morning, Max.
That's right. Get those cowboy boots on, man.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm curious, why would the dollar be stronger today?
Well, there's the divergence. I mean, it's really not. I mean, you're up 500 ticks, but the dollar got destroyed last week. So, it's, I mean, it's been trying to hold this number for a long period of time. The number is 93,991. That's what it's trying to hold. Bottom line is that, we got down to this, 92,130. It rejected it. We'll see what ends up happening. I mean, it's been down here, since March, it went from 101 all the way down to the 80 to 91 mark, and it's just been trying to hold it,
All right, no problem. I'm surprised. I thought it'd be weaker this morning. That seems to be rallying. So, anyway, that's all I had.
When you rally 500 ticks, let's go look at the euro, right? Because what ends up happening is that it's the correlation of the euro is the biggest. It's 60% of the index. And, the euro went to higher highs today. It backed down a bit. The British pound is down 18 ticks. That had gone to a higher high. And then the yen, JPY, where are you, JPY? And this got tremendously weaker. So the move inside the yen is the biggest move, basically, to get the dollar higher, because this yen really gave it up. And that's why you see gold down 90 bucks also. The market loves it when the gold market hates it when it's a weak yen, loves it when it's a strong yen. And let's go look at the yen Nikkei, because the Nikkei itself, no doubt, is going to love this. I loved it last night, too. It was up 514. So.
All right. Well, I was just curious. It just seemed to me that, I was expecting some more weakness on it. But anyway, I think it's going lower anyway. Yeah, my
take is that, Max, what we've been doing is that we've been building cause for quite some time, I think, to break that 91. And what does happen, folks, is this. The longer that, let's picture the dollar is at the lows. And the longer it stays at the lows, the higher the probability that it's going to break the lows. When you're at highs, and you're at highs and you're pushing with volume, then most of the time you're going to break topside. If you stay there too long in both cases, then it's a problem. Then it's like, okay, each and every time you get another chance to either break it or not break it. So we'll see where it shakes out. Cooking, brother.
All right. Thank you.
One of the targets here, Tom,
Thanks,
want to look
Max.
at the GLD. And the GLD, so this is down at the swing point. Swing point's 173.77. You hit 173.92. Bottom line, we'll have some volume. If you're looking to buy the GLD, I'd get as close as you can get to basically the 171 area. We hit 173, and because that is the breakout area. And what you're going to get, what we have in the contract out here is actually bullish. The contract hasn't hit. Oh, let me see. Last time I brought it up, it hasn't hit it, but let's just see. You get this monster volume on the way down. Maybe it hit it already. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love it. Oh, my God, this is sick. So the contract hit 1851.20. Well, 1851, I believe, is the number on this one, so. And the contract, though, can trade down to 1839. 1839 is your breakout, so. If you're looking to buy it, what I'd actually do there, I wouldn't buy it because I'd wait till tomorrow, the next day, because what you actually want to see, you don't want to see it go underneath it. You want to see a rejection of lower price, and then you get some action. The equities themselves have action then. AEM doesn't. Let's see what happened with AEM's down $7. Look at this thing. You get a gap down. It's going to the bottom of the consolidation. So. It's going to be a wild day, Tom. It's only 10:47, and market-wise, folks, the S&P's already gave up 60 points. So Dow's not giving it up, though. Well, I mean, I get still up 1,200 points.
Can you see what's moving the Dow again? Because I know Boeing is up huge. Boeing's up 11%, but it's $14 off the high it already had. But you're going to see that up there. Okay, American Express, Chevron, Disney's up big too. Go ahead,
Yeah. I'm sure the. Yeah, let's go look at the banks now, because that break inside of the, look at that. Yeah, that break.
You mean, I was going to joke and say, you mean I got to pay money to borrow money now?
I know.
I don't.
Seriously, man. I mean, J.P. Morgan up $9.98. Look at this, man. So now they got 3 million shares outstanding. That's kind of nice bump up, huh? Market cap 344 billion.
Could you go to Bank of America next? So that's up about 10% today. So you're adding $30 billion of market cap on JP Morgan today.
Yeah.
And Bank of America is up 10% as well. And so you're adding about $20 billion of market cap for Bank of America today, man.
Big numbers, man. There's no doubt that those are big numbers. And wow.
We're under 3,600 on the futures right now on the S&P, man. We just gave up 70 points. And
the grind is out here. You can really learn a lot about markets out here today, folks. That's the real bottom line. And
and it reminds me of the sell-off. And it should, right? Exuberance in one way or the other.
Yeah.
Everything went up pre-market. Like that's just like everything went down when the market collapsed, right?
Yes.
So why was Home Depot and Lowe's up when everybody wasn't going to be putting on that extra? It's exaggerated, but this is, you're seeing it happen again, folks. It's like, airlines should be up. Cruise lines should be up in a huge fashion. Disney, Uber, Boeing, all that stuff. But some of the equities that were up that are giving it back now, I mean, they're figuring it out. I mean, Zoom is the biggest of them all, probably giving it back. Zoom is down right now, $82 or 16%. They were like one of the only stocks I saw really diving in a huge way. But you're seeing it as in, why were some of these stocks that were up that weren't paying the price earlier this morning on the exuberant news?
Can you imagine, think about this, folks. Think about the amount of money just now. Okay, so let's picture that, you can trade equities, from 7 o'clock in the morning, folks, okay? Just think of from 7 o'clock in the morning to 11, the amount of trillions that have gone up and gone down and gone up again and gone down again. We've had 4 moves so far, folks.
Mind blowing,
since 7 o'clock in the morning.
It is.
And, of course, as our man, Mr. Balfour Chapman, says, the day is young. And I can't wait to hear what he has to say about the 30,000 Dow. 30,000 Dow, man. I think that's that guy that he actually got barred from the business, but that was the same guy that said that Amazon was going to go to some outrageous amount, which it ended up doing. He also said that the Dow was going to go to 30,000.
It was there for about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stay right there. Tom and I come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar's worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks and commodities, along with specific recommendations including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 1,100, Nasdaq's up 118, S&Ps are up 101. Let's just go back to that S&P for a second. So it broke the B point. It is not an ABC down, folks, but let me show you how this shakes out. Didn't have the volume on the break here. That being said, what you're going to see here, so oh, come on, I'm going to do this quick. There we go. Okay, so the first point there had 71,000 contracts. You broke this with 56. Now what you want to look at is this. What you're looking at is you're looking at as to how we're going up. And if this thing on this 10-minute bar it still goes up on dramatically lighter volume, you'll go right back at it, meaning on the way back down. So pretty cool. Just have fast fingers out here today, folks. And what you should make sure you do, you got to put your orders in before the fact and after the fact. Do not do that, because I know that we're looking at some of the Tigers, some of these platforms are having some problems out here, and this will be a fast market all day long, man. No doubt.
I had a few problems with my charts this morning, just from things rocking and rolling on the program, and because just fast moves, both directions, man. No matter where you are, can't hurt if you have a price target. Put it in there, man, because we're seeing some huge accelerations of buying and selling, and who knows where the market's going to be by 3 p.m. for your show, man. That's 4 hours from right now.
It's 4 hours from right now. There's no doubt. Stay right there, folks.
What else we got? Hey, we can't get it. Happy birthday, man. It's your birthday. I ain't letting you off the hook without a birthday. It's his birthday, folks. That's right.
Yeah. There we go.
The birthday boy. There we go.
Thank God I started counting backwards a long time ago. It's Basil's wife's birthday also. Happy birthday, Mrs. Chapman.
There's a lot of birthdays, man. It's a big day. That's right.
Totally.
Love you, man.
Folks, stay right there. We got Think of Slim coming up next. And I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.